So I'm hiring a new guy today for a crew leader for mowing. He says he knows how to do everything. And so what I'm going to do is, if he shows up, is I'm going to have him mow the route, the Monday route with the guys, but I'm going to follow him. I'm going to go with him and let him mow like the tail end of the guy's route, so that I can see if he actually knows how to do everything. I told him that I'd pay him cash, $10 an hour for today, just as a tryout. And then if he really did know how to do everything, then I would, we would talk about money, what he would get paid regularly. So I told him to show up at 7 a.m. It's 6:33 right now. Let's see if he shows up. This will relieve a lot of pressure that the guys are going through right now with trying to get all their lawns done. When I was on the phone with him, he was talking about all these equipment that he's used, but he's never used a Toro Grandstand, which is our big mower that we use. So that's kind of a bummer, but it's fine. What I would probably do anyway is, to make things easier for him or for any new person, is we've been keeping track of all the houses that we could do with the little mower and with the push mower and still get done at decent time, because they're super small yards, or the big mower doesn't fit in the backyard. So we've been tagging those lawns for little mower, and what I would like to do eventually is just have somebody just going around, one person just doing all those jobs. So anyway, hopefully this works out. I need somebody who knows how to do this. I can't hire people that I've got to train again. We're too busy for that right now. So I come into work, and this is what I come to work to. It looks like the back of this truck, the back windshield broke. And the way that the tarp is on here, it seems to me like the gardeners that were driving this truck did this. And nobody called me. I have no idea what happened, so I'm just kind of guessing it was them. This is frustrating. I'm more like in shock that nobody's told me. So this sucks. Top of the morning to you. To me, I guess. So the new hire guy never showed up. I'm not surprised. I don't understand people. He calls me. He reached out to me on Facebook. Told me that he wanted a job. I call him back. He totally sells me on how good he is and how, he's not a helper. He's a crew leader, quality type worker. He knows how to do everything. And I agreed to meet with him and have him come in, pay him cash for the day, just to kind of make sure he can do what he can do. And he doesn't show up. It's hard finding good workers out there, man. So anyway, no problem. We'll still keep going. Still looking for somebody with experience to mow lawns. I've got a slow leak or a puncture in my tire here, so I'm taking it to Big O. Get it fixed. These guys take care of me. And hoping they can get me in and out of here. So we'll see. First time mows, oh man, they are killing us right now. So yesterday we did 3 first time mows, and it took the guys 7.5 hours to do 3 of them. That's not the regular mow route crew that does all the mowings. This is the other crew that does like the power rakings, the aerations, all those other things, and the first time mows. And it's killing us. So what me and the office person decided was that I'm gonna go look at all the jobs that get accepted for first time for mowing before they get put on the regular rotation. I'm gonna go look at them, and then we're gonna get back to them on how much it's gonna be, because lately the grass has been just so long, which is kind of weird. Normally the grass is this long with first time mows, like middle of May, not, you know, a week away from May. So I think that has something to do with the weather being warmer earlier. Obviously it started raining a lot, so that's a good thing. It's making the lawns go crazy and customers are calling us, but it's just killing us on labor. You always take a hit on the first time mows for sure, but when they're taking 2 or more hours, we need to price it better. So what we normally do with our estimates, when we send out a mow estimate, let's say a customer's lawn is $30 to mow, the estimate states that if the grass is over 6 inches long, it's going to be $60, so double the price. And if the grass is 6 inches or longer and there's a lot of edging that is required to make it look good, it's going to be 3 times the mow route, or 3 times the mowing price. So that would be $90. And if it's over 10 or 12 inches in height, the grass, then it's going to be 4 times the mow price. So that would be $120 for that first visit. It's worked out really good for us. Honestly, we hardly ever get any complaints when we have to charge that 4-time price, because they know, you know, customers, it says it clearly on the estimate that they're agreeing to that, if that's the case. So, but the problem is, it's, you know, sometimes they call up and they don't think their lawn is that long, or they're a property manager and they haven't seen the property, and so when we end up charging their card or asking for that payment, sometimes they're a little shocked. And so we're trying to make it so that we give them the price before we either charge their card or we tell them, and have them agree to it first, so that if we're gonna, and not only that, I need to know if I think the guys are gonna be at a property for 3 hours. We need to be prepared for that when we're scheduling work. So that's another reason why I'm gonna have to do this right now. I don't think we're gonna have to do this all year. I think that this is just something that we just got to do right now, because people are finally calling to get their lawn under control. So here, I'm just pulling up to one of the houses that it's gonna be pretty high price. So I can tell that the front yard is really long, and the back, it's long, but not as long as the front. So this is gonna be one of those where we're just gonna have to give the customer a price and just say, you know, this is the price for the lawn, and not say it's 4 times because it's over 12 inches long, because they're gonna say, well, the backyard, what about, you know, and they're gonna try and negotiate. So I'm gonna just have to come up with a set price and say, this is the price to cut your lawn for this first visit, and we'll see what he says. I'll show you the lawn in a second. So this is the front yard, and this is the side. It's pretty long, actually. I mean, look at this. I mean, this is definitely over 12 inches in height. It's not very big, but it's still going to take quite a bit of time. And the edging. A nice view. And this side right here is super thick. So anyway, nothing we can't handle. It's just going to take some time. And then back there it's super long. So somebody on my last video commented on what kind of trimmers I use. So I'm doing something different this year than I normally do. I usually always just use still trimmers, the trimmer and the edger. But this year I decided to do something different because the still trimmers are powerful. I mean, they cut through tall grass really good, powerful torque, that kind of thing. So they're good, but they're heavy. So I figure, you know, we're going through these lawns week after week, and we don't need that much torque. And so I decided to try putting a Shindaiwa trimmer on. That way it's light. It's way lighter than the still trimmers, and it's still commercial quality. It just doesn't have that torque, so it bogs down if you're trying to cut through heavy grass. But I waited until it was Shindaiwa days, because this trimmer right here was only like 220 bucks. Whereas these stills, this is an FS90R. I don't even think they make those anymore. I think they're all like 110s now. I could be wrong. But actually that 90 is actually one of the lighter ones, and it's still pretty heavy. So I just wanted to try it out, and so far it's been great. So this crew does the weekly mows, you know, where they're already cut short the week before and things like that. My other crew that does the gardens, and they also do first time mows, they only carry the stills because those cut through the tall grass trimmings. So it's been working out really good. I figure I'll keep one on here in case they do get one of those lawns that is super long. So anyway, I gotta go. I'm doing a route with Justin. So today I made Justin part of La Familia. I made him a salaried dude.
That's right.
Baller now. What are you gonna do with all your money now?
Well, since I'm not gonna have any time at home, it's gonna sit in the bank.
That's true. So he's a salaried dude now, but the condition is he is never to see the light of day outside of Lawn Thumbs. So he is to work pretty much every day. Well, the only difference now is you're gonna work Saturdays, right?
Well, I always work Saturdays just for myself.
Yeah, I know, but now you gotta work for me on Saturdays.
That's right.
So I used to let Justin work on Saturdays to make some extra money, because I'm all about everybody making money and perfecting their craft. Hold on, let me roll this window up. But now, you know, we're so busy that I need Justin to focus on Lawn Thumbs and work on Saturdays, and actually work later into Friday too, you know. But this doesn't mean that you're just doing your normal route. Like, there's still gonna be a ton of pressure, you know, getting your list done. So yeah, I mean, when it slows down, you're gonna be doing estimates, working in the gardens.
That's fine.
Things like that. But anyway, I'm super happy because you're super reliable. So thanks, bro.
You're welcome.
quick update on the Strom battery powered backpack. So the battery, I don't remember when I posted that video, but I have not charged the battery since that video, and we're still spraying. I mean, I gotta admit, we don't go crazy and spray every single house every day, so, you know, so we're not going through the battery, but it's still pretty impressive that we have not charged it since that video. And another thing, this is my default nozzle that I like using. I know in that first review video, I like that green one, but because of the chemicals, that nozzle makes the liquid foam. So this one that sprays out doesn't foam, where you can adjust it, so it works really well. So that's my default nozzle. It works really good. Today's gonna be a really interesting day. So Emily was off yesterday and today, and she doesn't get back till Monday, and so we had all the calls yesterday get routed to a call center. And then when I got done with the mow route, I looked at everybody's calls and entered them in the system, sent out a bunch of estimates, and so we got a bunch of requests, accepted services ranging from first-time mows to spring wake-up packages, power raking, and a ton of sprinkler turn-ons that I've already had a long list of sprinkler turn-ons. We were just pushing them back, plus we got a bunch more yesterday. So with Justin now working Saturdays, that's gonna relieve a lot, because I could just, no matter what, worst case scenario is just have him go do sprinkler turn-ons tomorrow. And I could go do them as well, so we can split up and do a couple different routes of sprinkler turn-ons. So that should be good. But today I'm gonna be stressed, because about a month ago my wife bought Avenger tickets for today, and you know, a month ago she's like, hey, can I get Avenger tickets for, you know, Friday of next month? And I was like, yeah, sounds good. And so here we are, still trying to get, so just because those calls came in yesterday, those are all new customers and new requests, but we already have a long list of services that we need to get to, and so I've got to get to those too. So anyway, this is a good problem to have, you know, just a ton of work, and it seems like everybody's working pretty good. So we're just gonna have to do the best we can, and if it goes into next week, it goes into next week. But I think between today and tomorrow, we'll get a lot done. So anyway, we'll see how it goes. So my spray tank keeps shutting off. It started happening like a week ago. So here's my old fuel tap, where this had a longer knob, but it was kind of stuck. And I tried turning with my hand, and it didn't turn very well. So then I grabbed a pair of pliers, and then I just turned it as hard as I could, and it snapped the little lever. But at least it was on the on position. But I don't know what's going on with this, because I don't know if it definitely didn't fix the problem, but it helped. So then this machine started to stop in every job. Like sometimes I'd get towards the end and it would stop. Sometimes it would keep turning off in the middle of the lawn, and then I'd have to like turn it on, run, spray another 100 square feet, and turn off. So I was like, what the heck do I do? And I actually don't live anywhere near anybody that fixes these, so I've got to try to come up with all this myself. So I took the old air filter out, I bought a new one. I just haven't taken it out of the box yet, so here it is. I know that sometimes these run better without the air filter, so I was doing that for a few houses too. But as you can see, I got a new fuel tap. I'm hoping that just replacing that fixes this problem, but we'll see. I'm gonna turn it on now as it's agitating, and I've got to make another mix for a couple more houses. So we'll see how it goes, but I'm gonna put a new air filter in. And with the new fuel tap, hopefully that will be enough. Because my next round starts next week and I'll be spraying, you know, tons of houses starting next week. So I need this thing to run again. So if this doesn't fix it, I'm gonna have to go all the way to Salt Lake and find a place that can fix this. Because if this doesn't work, I'm in desperado mode. Recommended to me when I first got this machine to turn the valve fuel tap off after every time you drive into the next one. So you open it when you're at the house, and the reason is when you have it open and you're driving, this thing is moving around, so the gas in there is kind of bouncing around and it will fill up this air filter with gas. So it's better to just shut it off, because if this is filled up with gas, you're gonna have a really hard time to turn it on. What you'll do if that happens, if you're pulling this and you notice gas starts dripping out of this thing on the sides here, what you'll have to do is take off this cap, take the filter off, let the filter dry, so put it somewhere where it's clean and gonna dry, and you can run this machine with this cap and the filter off, and usually that'll do the trick. So as you saw, I put a new filter in and I closed it, and I'm just gonna hope that it runs good. So I just sprayed 2 houses and it worked the whole time. Actually, it turned off like the first 5 minutes into one of the houses, and I was like, oh no. And then I walked over and it's because I had the gas valve off. So that was kind of a relief. And then I opened it up and I finished spraying out that full lawn, and then another one right after it, and didn't give me any problems. So I think replacing that fuel tap and possibly the air filter fixed that. So as I was finishing up on that second house, one of my lawn techs, my aerator guy, calls me and tells me that the aerator's broke. Oh my hell, I can't even believe it. So I was like, he said the bar that holds the wheels in place fell out, and I said, well, can't you just aerate the lawn without that, you know, just make the spikes roll on the ground? And he said no, he tried it and it doesn't work. So damn it, it was our last aeration on the entire schedule. Pretty much, I mean, aerations were gonna come in, you know, we're gonna trickle in little by little, but damn it, it's the last one on our list. And I feel kind of bad because the lady called up. Damn it, sorry, keep dropping my phone. The lady called yesterday to try to set up schedule, and I told her, actually she called the day before really late, and I just happened to answer the phone, and she's like, can you come aerate my lawn tomorrow? I said, if you accept this quote right now, we'll be there tomorrow. And I don't know what happened. We got way behind yesterday and we didn't get to it. So I felt bad. So I sent her an email saying, hey, I'm sorry we didn't get to it today. Can we, you know, would you be okay if we did it tomorrow? And if she was gonna have a problem with that, I would have sent somebody else out to do that aeration. But she was like, no, that's cool. So anyway, we were at that house right now, the last one, and the machine broke. So I am gonna take it somewhere right now just to see what it's gonna cost to fix that bar. I didn't even know that bar breaks. I'll show you what it is when I get there. But oh man. Anyway, I'm gonna go see what happened to it. So I need this whole piece.
Yeah, we'll see, buddy.
Comes with, I mean, damn, that's the whole damn thing. This bar came out. Because it needs to go in here too, huh?
Yeah.
Oh,
So what I did is I just stuck a stick
Yeah.
here, and then there.
Hey, duckies. Hey, duckies.